Play ball!
From the Geelong Baseball Center, it's time for Brisbane Baseball on Bandits.tv. My name is Eric Kramer. Thank you for joining us for this audio broadcast as the Bandits look to continue their winning ways, now in control of their own destiny in the Australian Baseball League. 2 games remain in the regular season, today's Round 10 Game 3 and tomorrow's Round 10 Game 4. The Bandits have won 4 consecutive ball games, and the 2 finals from earlier today in the league are both advantageous to the Bandits. The Perth Heat defeated the Canberra Cavalry by a score of 7-1, and just moments ago, the Adelaide Bite defeated the Sydney Blue Sox by a score of 3-2 in 7 innings. That means the Bandits are in second place in the Northeast Division, just a half game out of first place. The Sydney Blue Sox are in first, but they have just 1 game to play. That'll be later tonight, and of course we will keep you updated on the progress of that ball game. The Bandits, if they win their 2 remaining ball games, will finish at least tied atop the division, and they own the tiebreaker over the Blue Sox by virtue of having a better in-division record. The Bandits would love to have home field advantage in the ABL semifinal round that would begin on Friday next week. Tonight, the matter at hand is defeating Geelong Korea for the 3rd straight night. Thursday night was a blowout victory, 21-5, with a league record 9 home runs coming off the bats of the Bandits. Last night, a much tighter ball game, 3-3 going to the top of the 9th inning before the Bandits pushed across 4 to beat Geelong Korea by a score of 7-3. Jin-Woo Kim takes his warm-up tosses for Geelong Korea. He is 1-7 on the year with a 9.41 ERA. He's 35 years old, and he has not gone deep into a ball game in the last 3 rounds. His last start came at Perth. He allowed 4 earned runs in just an inning and a third. David Nielsen's lineup for the Bandits goes as follows. Riley Unruh leads off at second base. TJ Bennett follows. He's at third base. Andrew Campbell bats third and right field. Logan Wade, the cleanup hitter, is at shortstop. Donald Butts bats fifth as the DH. Winton Bernard bats sixth in center field. Wade Dutton bats seventh in left field. David Sutherland bats eighth at first base. And Ryan Battaglia, the preferred catcher of tonight's starter Tim Atherton, rounds out the batting order behind home plate in the 9th spot. Beautiful, beautiful evening here in Geelong, just west of Melbourne, Victoria. First pitch temperature of 20 degrees Celsius with wind at 26 kilometers per hour from the southeast, blowing right to left across the outfield. Switch hitting Riley Unruh steps in and takes up and away ball 1 at 7:03 local time. Unruh has found his power stroke in recent weeks as he takes a cold strike to even up the count at 1-1. Unruh, one of 8 different Bandits to homer in Thursday's series opener. 1-1 misses outside. Late strike call, beg your pardon, from Stuart Howe, the home plate umpire and crew chief. The count is 1-2. Howe joined at first base by Greg Howard and at third base by Ian Gavin. Unruh batting .236 on the year as he waves and misses at a breaking pitch down and away, strike 3. Despite the struggles of Kim Jin-Woo, he has struck out more than 1 batter per inning, 44 strikeouts in 36 1/3 innings thus far this season. That'll bring in TJ Bennett, who's making a solid case for ABL MVP this year. Bennett's numbers impressive across the board, tied for the league lead in home runs with his 12th on Thursday night. 38 runs batted in, and he takes ball 1 inside. Batting average at .290 on the year, hitless in last night's ball game. The righty Kim comes set. 1-0 misses inside. Bandits, for the 4th consecutive ball game, are wearing their black alternate tops. Just a week ago, those were bad luck. They hadn't won in them all season, but now with 3 straight wins, they wear them again tonight. Gray pants with yellow and black piping. Black caps with the yellow front panel. 3-0 the count to TJ Bennett after he takes wide. Andrew Campbell waits on deck. There's a strike, perhaps an expanded 3-0 strike zone from Stuart Howe. It clips the outside corner. Bandits have a record of 23-15. The three-time defending champions have played their best baseball as of late. 3-1 fouled at the plate and the count runs full. Dimensions here at Geelong Baseball Center: 321 to left, 333 to right, and 390 to straightaway center field. Bennett awaits the 3-2 from Kim. Swing and a miss on a breaking pitch, down and in. Back-to-back strikeouts begin the ball game for Kim Jin-woo, and that'll leave it to Andrew Campbell. Campbell hit a big home run in last night's ball game. TJ Bennett delivered the go-ahead sacrifice fly in the top of the ninth inning, but it was Campbell's two-run homer, the next plate appearance, that really opened things up. Campbell, 10 homers, 34 runs batted in, and an impressive .331 batting average. He chops it foul up the first base line, 0-1 the count. Team Australia preliminary rosters just announced in the last couple days, yesterday afternoon to be precise. Campbell, one of 5 Team Australia players in the starting 9 for the Team Australia manager, David Nielsen. 1-1 the count. Campbell takes outside. Geelong, Korea wearing their home white uniforms. Blue with a purple hue on the caps and the shoulder stripes. 1-2 as Campbell chops it foul. Scoreless here in the top of the first inning in Geelong between Geelong, Korea and the Brisbane Bandits. The 1-2 pitch. Taken just down. Looked like it had the plate on the outside corner, but Campbell wisely took, and the count is 2-2. The next, breaking pitch left up, and Campbell fights it off, sending it foul up the first base line. Kim set. Another 2-2 coming to Campbell. Grounded up the middle, fielded by the second baseman Lim. Sliding in the clay, he fields and throws to retire Campbell for the third out of the top of the first inning. 1, 2, 3, go the Bandits. Now it's Tim Atherton coming out, looking to back up his first career complete game with another solid outing tonight. Scoreless to the bottom of the first. You're listening to Bandits.tv. Welcome back to Geelong, where we are scoreless in the bottom of the first between the Brisbane Bandits and Geelong Korea. Tim Atherton, the righty for the Bandits, takes his warm-up tosses. The 29-year-old righty is an impressive 6-0 on the year with a 2.85 ERA and 58 strikeouts in 53 2/3 innings pitched. Atherton, in his 7th ABL season, his second with the Bandits, was named the pitching captain of Team Australia yesterday. And he is coming off of a 7-inning complete game, his first complete performance in his ABL career that saw him strike out 13 Canberra batters and allow only 3 runs in a Bandits victory. Koo Dae-sung's Geelong Korea batting order begins with Lim Jong-hyuk, followed by No Hak-jun, Shin Seung-won, Choi Jun-suk, Kwon Kwang-min, Lim Tai-jun, Yu Yong-mok, Lee Ju-ho, and Lee Yong-uk. Lim Jong-hyuk, the second baseman, who made a nice play moving towards his right in the top of the first inning, leads things off. Left-handed hitting infielder, squares to bunt, pulls back, and takes a strike. Lim, 28 years old, on the year batting .244, no homers, 7 runs batted in. He swings and misses, and he's behind in the count 0-2. Despite the 2 defeats for Geelong Korea, Lim has been a bright spot. 2 for 3 on Thursday, 2 for 4 with a run batted in last night. The 0-2 from Atherton, missing down and away. Talked to Brisbane pitching coach Jim Bennett before the ball game, asking him if Atherton was ready to go after throwing 116 pitches in his complete game start last weekend. Jim said yes, absolutely. They were easy on Atherton in the first few rounds of the season for specifically reasons like this. Hit hard on the ground to third, fielded by Bennett. He has to hurry, but his throw is on target and in time to Sutherland at first for the first out of the bottom of the first inning. Bennett at third, Wade at short, Unrow at second, Sutherland at first, Battaglia catching, and Dutton, Bernard, and Campbell left and right across the outfield for the Bandits. Here's No Hak-jun, the center fielder for Geelong Korea. No, another lefty. He takes a called strike. 4 lefties in Koo Dae-sung's starting 9 tonight. No batting .270. He's played pretty much the entire year for Geelong Korea. 1 homer, 9 runs batted in. A threat to steal if he gets on base. He's 12 for 16 in stolen base attempts. 1-1 the count. Atherton works from the wind. The 1-1 pitch. Slapped just foul down the third base line. 1-2 the count after No's unsuccessful bid for extra bases. He may have broken his bat as he retreats to the dugout on the first base side to get a new piece of lumber. As we said in the open, the Bandits now, for all intents and purposes, control their own destiny. 2 other playoff-bound teams in their division, Sydney and Canberra, both lost their ball games earlier today. The Bandits hold a tiebreaker over each of those teams individually. Canberra by virtue of head-to-head, and Sydney by virtue of a better in-division record. Line down to left, but Wade Dutton is there. A few steps back, he makes the catch on the line drive for out number 2. That'll bring in Shin Seung-won, the big first baseman for Geelong Korea.
Now batting number 26, Seung-won Shin.
Shin listed as a catcher on the roster, but he will play some first base as well, as he is tonight. First pitch misses the inside corner, ball one, and Atherton shakes his head, visibly frustrated he didn't get the call. Shin, 24 years old, batting .288 with 1 homer and 10 runs batted in this year. Atherton winds and deals the 1-0 pitch. The next offering splits the plate in half for a called strike at the knees, 1-1. Scoreless in the bottom of the first between the Bandits and Geelong Korea. Brisbane took the first 2 games of this series and are looking to end the regular season on a 6-game winning streak. Fastball misses inside, 2-1. At this point, it seems unlikely that the Bandits will have to play in the wild card game. If they win the final 2 ball games, they will take the division and get home field advantage in the ABL semifinal round. Here's a high fly into deep left center field. Long run for Bernard, and it is gone. A home run for Shin Sung-won, and Geelong Korea goes up early in the first, 1-0. It was a wall scraper, but Shin, with a big bat flip, knew he got all of it off the bat.
Number 25 is Jun Suk-choi.
Geelong Korea also scored first in last night's ball game, and it took the Bandits until the 4th inning to break through. Here's Choi Jun-suk, the big DH. And by big, I mean big. First pitch on the outside corner for a called strike. Atherton will give you a fastball at 89-93 with an elite spin rate, getting a lot of swings and misses. Curveball, cutter, and a change. That looked like the cutter on the first pitch offering to Choi. Check swing, and he went around. It may have been a strike anyway on the inside edge, 0-2. Choi batting .267, no homers, 5 runs batted in 14 ball games for Geelong Korea. Lucked into a base hit last night as he hit a high pop-up behind first that the wind pushed out into no man's land. Choi didn't run it out and just barely got to first, and then ultimately scored. He takes a called strike 3 on the outside corner here, and Atherton gets the 3rd out of the first inning, a batter too late. Shin Sung-won with a solo home run to left center field, and Geelong Korea goes up 1-0 as we head to the 2nd here on Bandits.tv.
Number 16, Logan Wade.
Logan Wade leads off the top of the 2nd inning for the Coran Cove Brisbane Bandits, trailing Geelong Korea by a score of 1-0. Wade, Lutz, and Bernard due up for Brisbane as Logan Wade, the switch-hitting infielder, batting lefty, takes up and in, ball one. Wade, 27 years old, a Brisbane native, batting .323 with 3 homers and 12 runs batted in after a late start to the season due to a shoulder injury. 2-0 the count to the Bandits shortstop. Wade was the only Bandit starter not to homer in Thursday's ball game and made up for it with a solo shot in the top of the 9th inning on Friday. Fooled on the 2-0 pitch, he thought it was a fastball and it was not. Wade swings and misses, the count is 2-1. The pitch misses down and away, 3-1 to Logan Wade, with Donald Lutz waiting on deck. Kim comes set. The pitch fouled at the plate. Count runs full. Kim has thrown 21 pitches, 12 for strikes. Fanned a pair in a 1-2-3 first inning. The righty Kim delivers the payoff pitch on the inside corner, a called strike 3. Wade jackknifed out of the way. He thought it was inside for ball 4. Instead, he's strikeout number 3 for Jin-Woo Kim.
Now batting number 32, Donald Lutz.
That'll bring in Donald Lutz, the veteran DH for the Bandits. Lutz, a left-handed hitter, homered in Thursday night's ball game. Lutz batting .177 on the year in what may be his farewell season. Breaking pitch misses up ball 1. Called strike on the outside corner, the count 1-1. Lutz made it to the big leagues a few years back with the Cincinnati Reds. Actually coached last summer in America, but came back to Australia for one more ABL year. He chops a breaking pitch foul up the first base line, 1-2. Lutz's homer on Thursday night was his 4th. Last year, one of the most prodigious home run hitters in the league, finishing with 16 of them. Lutz, a very patient hitter, veteran presence. 1-2, a swing and a miss, strike 3. 5 up, 5 down with 4 strikeouts for Kim Jin-Woo to start his outing. That'll leave it to Winton Bernard.
Now batting number 21, Winton Bernard.
Bernard joined the Bandits for round 8. Property of the Chicago Cubs in America. Bernard split last year between AA and AAA in the Chicago system. He's batting .224 in Australia with 2 homers, 6 runs batted in. His second homer came on Thursday. He takes inside ball 1. 1-0, Geelong Korea leads in the top of the second inning. Bernard, a right-handed hitter. The 1-0, missing down and away. Bernard was worked in left field first couple rounds that he was over here, but made his first start in center field last night, and he's back there again tonight, moving Andrew Campbell into right. Bernard should get a good pitch to hit here. Ahead in the count, 2-0. Pitch misses low, 3-0, with Wade Dutton waiting on deck. Kim set, the 3-0. Bernard takes just up high, ball 4. A 4-pitch walk is the first base runner of the ball game for the Bandits, with 2 down here in the top of the 2nd inning.
Now batting number 3, Wade Dutton.
That'll bring in Wade Dutton, who suffered a scary injury in the last homestand, diving for a play down the right field line that eventually turned into an inside the park home run. We thought Dutton may be out for the rest of the year, but lo and behold, he's back on the active roster here for round 10, and he announced his return with a homer, like so many of his teammates, on Thursday night. Before the first pitch, the speedy Bernard is checked back at first. He dives in safely. Dutton batting .283 on the year. We've seen him in the infield and the outfield. We also saw him with an inning at pitcher in a blowout loss to Perth a month and a half ago. Another check of Bernard. This time it's closer, but Bernard is still safe. If you're just joining us, Perth beat Canberra 7-1 this afternoon, and just before we got started, Adelaide defeated Sydney. That clears the way for the Bandits to take the division if they can win the final 2 games here in Geelong. Ball 1 misses up and away to the right-handed hitting Wade Dutton. Elsewhere around the league, Perth and Canberra are playing the second game of their doubleheader. That'll be a 7-inning ball game, and Perth has jumped out with 3 runs in the top half of the first inning. The catcher Lim sets up outside for the 1-0 to Dutton. The pitch is down and in. It gets a wave and a miss as it trickles away from Lim. Bernard stays put. The count is 1-1. Sydney will play their second ball game at Adelaide. That one will get started in a little bit. Melbourne and Auckland also playing another ball game later tonight. And tomorrow, the Bandits will play Geelong Korea in their final regular season ball game. There will be only one other game going on in the league. That'll be Perth at Canberra, a game with potential playoff implications. Bernard takes off on the 1-1. The pitch is up and away. The throw down to second is not in time. A feet-first slide from Bernard to the back corner of the base, and despite a good throw and a good tag from the second baseman Lim, the Bandits' speedy center fielder gets into scoring position with 2 down. The pitch was a ball. It's 2-1. We saw evidence of Bernard's speed just a moment ago. With a base hit to the outfield, he should be able to score the tying run. The 2-1 pitch to Wade Dutton. Chopped on the ground left side, and it bleeds through into the outfield. Rounding third and coming home is Bernard, and now the left fielder Lee overruns the baseball. The Bandits tie it up. Dutton will end up at second base, and it's 1-1 on a clutch 2-out single off the bat of Wade Dutton. It would have been a close play at the plate, not knowing Lee's arm very well. But Lee had his head up instead of down at the ball. And before he got the ball, he began the throwing motion. He just forgot the most important part, grabbing the baseball. Now the Bandits look to keep the train rolling. That's the first base hit of the ball game. It will also be a fielding error on Lee, the left fielder. David Sutherland, the left-handed hitting first baseman, steps in. Sutherland batting .223 on the year. He takes up high, ball 1. Dutton will get credit for a run batted in, so the error will simply be an advance from first to second for the Bandits' left fielder. 2-0 now, as a pitch misses down and in. First 5 batters went down quickly and quietly for Kim Jin-woo. But with 2 outs, a walk, a stolen base, an RBI single, and an error have the Bandits threatening to take the lead. 3-0 now to Sutherland with the 9th place hitter Ryan Battaglia waiting on deck. Kim up to 37 pitches as he issues another 4-pitch walk to David Sutherland to fill first base. That'll bring in Ryan Battaglia. Before Battaglia will bat, however, here comes Koo Dae-sung, the Geelong Korea manager, to chat with his righty. Koo is a character, and we'll speak more about him over the course of the next 2 broadcasts. But we may see him on the mound. Koo, more than 20 years ago, was the Korean Baseball Organization MVP. His star burned quickly but brightly in Major League Baseball for the New York Mets in 2005. And he was an ABL fixture in the early days of the new league. Now 49 years old, he says he wants to get in a ball game before the end of the season. Baseball Reference will be scrambling to update his page. Here's Ryan Battaglia, the right-handed hitting Bandits catcher. First pitch misses up, ball 1, and a back pick attempt to first. Sutherland just gets in. You can bet that that was discussed in the mound visit, a planned back pick to first. Sutherland not known for his speed, but he just got back in. Dutton at second, Sutherland at first. Bandits have tied it up at 1 here in the second and are looking for more. Breaking pitch misses high and tight to Battaglia. 6 straight balls now offered by Kim. Battaglia batting .250 with 3 homers, 14 runs batted in. The 2-0. Battaglia thinks about swinging but lays off. It's down and away, 3-0 the count. First and second already occupied. Riley Unroe, the leadoff man, waiting on deck. The 3-0, taken for ball 4. 8 straight balls thrown by Jin-woo Kim, and now the bases are loaded for Riley Unroe. Third walk of the inning, and pushes Dutton to third and Sutherland to second. Riley Unroe struck out swinging his first time up. Infield and outfield straight up for the switch hitting infielder. Ball 1 misses outside. Kim has not gone deep into the ball game in his last couple times out. 1-0 to Unroe. Clips the outside corner, and Unroe upset at that call. He thought it was wide. 1-1. Kim has not pitched more than 2 innings since the 29th of December. He had a good stretch in the month of December. Between the 30th of November and that 29th of December start, he went at least 5 innings every time and went 6 innings 4 of those 5 starts. The 1-1. Off-speed pitch misses up high, 2-1. The Bandits have only 1 hit. The 2-1 pitch to Unroe. Swing and a miss at a high fastball, 2-2. Unruh trying to come through again like he has so many times for the Bandits the last few weeks. 2-2 lifted in the air, right center field. Long run for no, it will not be caught. It splits the gap and goes all the way to the wall. Scoring from third is Dutton, scoring from second is Sutherland. Battaglia comes all the way around. It is a bases clearing triple for Riley Unruh, and the Bandits lead it 4-1. Unruh comes through with that big hit, and all with 2 outs. The Bandits have gone walk single, walk, walk triple to take a 3-1 lead.
Now batting number 6,
A 3-run lead. It's now 4-1, I should say. Now TJ Bennett. Bennett struck out his first time. First pitch swinging is Bennett. He sends a high pop-up into shallow left field. Wynn pushes it towards the line, and now making a tumbling catch going backwards is the shortstop Lee. He tried to play the wind and overran it. He makes the catch for the 3rd out, and the Bandits strand Unruh at third base. But Unruh comes through with a 3-run triple, capping off a 4-run inning. And as we go to the bottom of the 2nd here in Geelong, the Bandits lead it 4-1.
And now make welcome for Geelong Korea, Chiswa!
Tim Atherton found himself in a rare deficit after allowing a solo homer in the first inning. Now he takes the mound for the bottom of the 2nd with a 4-1 lead. Thanks to Riley Unruh's 2-out, 3-run triple into the right center field gap. 5, 6, and 7 due up for Geelong Korea, beginning with Kwon Kwang Min, the right fielder. All of Fair territory is still in shadows on this gorgeous evening in Geelong. Beg your pardon, all of Foul territory in shadows. All of Fair territory is still in sunlight. That'll change here in the next half hour or so. Kwon batting .205, 5 homers, 18 runs batted in. Left-handed hitting right fielder steps in against Tim Atherton. First pitch, misses inside, ball 1. Good crowd on hand here at Geelong Baseball Center. Geelong Korea, one of 2 expansion teams in the ABL this year, along with the Auckland Tuatara. 2-0 the count as the next offering from Atherton misses down and in. Both teams will finish in last place in their respective divisions. However, a lot of reasons to be optimistic. The Tuatara played many of their games very close. Sent high and deep to center field. Bernard going back. He turns around. He's at the wall. And it is gone. A solo home run for Kwon Kwang Min. And Geelong Korea's not going anywhere. It's 4-2. second solo homer for Geelong Korea after Shin's shot to left center. This one to the left of center field, but off the left pole of the batter's eye. And it's 390 to center field. Shallower than your standard Major League ballpark, but deeper than most of the ballparks in the ABL. Here's Lim Tai-jun, the catcher. He sends one high and deep to right field, but the ballpark will hold it. Campbell, the right fielder, is there. Staring up into the setting sun, he makes the catch for the first out of the second inning. One out for Yu Young Mok, the third baseman for Geelong Korea.
Young Mok Yu.
Yu looking for his first hit. First pitch misses down low, ball one. This will be game number 5 for Yu, the 32-year-old infielder. He is 0 for 9 at the plate with a run batted in. 1-0, pop foul. Looks like there's room for Battaglia, and behind home plate, the Bandits catcher makes the catch for the second out. That'll bring up Lee Ju-ho, the shortstop for Geelong Korea.
Now stepping into the box, number 7, Ju-ho Lee.
Lee 0 for 1 so far this series. He's batting .197 with 1 homer and 10 runs batted in this year. He checks his swing at the first offering on the inside corner, a called strike. 0-1 the count. Atherton's pitch count looks pretty good. 22 pitches, 15 for strikes, despite the 2 solo home runs. 1-1 as a breaking pitch misses down and away. Small seating bowl here at Geelong Baseball Center. Grassy berm areas on either side of the dugout. Dugouts in the outfield beyond the fences. 1-1 misses inside, 2-1. And in left field, there is a parking lot that Geelong Korea does not control. So fans, whether they're passing through or just want to catch a ball game from a different perspective, can tailgate and watch the game. Broken bat, soft liner to short. It's caught by Wade, and that does it for Geelong Korea in the second inning. But they start the second with a solo home run off the bat of Kwon Kwang Min, and they get one back as we go to the third. Brisbane on top, 4-2. Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea by a score of 4-2 as we go to the top of the third at Geelong Baseball Center. Eric Bramer with you for this audio broadcast of Bandits.tv. The Bandits control their own destiny with 2 games remaining in the regular season. This afternoon, the first-place Sydney Blue Sox lost Game 1 of their doubleheader. So with a pair of wins, the Bandits will take a division title by virtue of tiebreaker and earn home field advantage in the semifinal round of the ABL playoffs. Riley Unro's 3-run triple in the second inning, the difference so far. It'll be 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Bandits, beginning with Andrew Campbell. Campbell, typically the center fielder for Brisbane, gets the start in right field for the second straight night and takes outside ball 1 from Kim Jin-woo. Kim's next, a fastball, hits the inside corner for a called strike, 1-1. Campbell, Wade, and Lutz due up for Brisbane. Kim back out there trying to recapture the magic of the first 5 batters he faced. He struck out 4 of them and retired all 5 before running into trouble with 2 outs in the second. 2-1 the count. As a cutting fastball misses inside to the left-handed hitting Campbell. Campbell grounded to second his first time up. Numbers good as usual, 329 average, 10 homers, 34 runs batted in. He chops it off the plate on the first base side of the infield. Kim picks it up and throws wildly to first. That will allow Campbell to reach and take second in the process. It traveled about 45 feet, but it turns into 2 bases to begin the third inning for the Bandits. Kim stumbled and fell just as he was throwing. That's always a tough throw to make.
Number 16, Logan Wade.
First baseman, a right-handed thrower, has his glove on the baseline side of first base. That's where the throw was headed, and with the speedy Campbell running down the line, there just wasn't enough daylight for Shin to make the play. That'll bring in Logan Wade, the switch-hitting shortstop, batting lefty once again after a strikeout looking his first time. Corners pinch in, respecting Wade's ability to bunt. The first pitch. Slapped foul, left side out of play. No base hit for Campbell. It'll be a 2-base throwing error by Kim, the pitcher. Second error of the ballgame for Geelong Korea. Kim set, the 0-1. Hit hard on the ground to second. That'll be a productive out as Lim fields and throws to Shin to retire Wade, but in the process, Campbell advances 90 feet to third base. Easier to do when you are a left-handed hitter, but with the runner at second and no outs, you want to make sure you can hit the ball to the right side if you can. Even if it's an out, you can advance the base runner as Wade just did. Good fundamental baseball from the 3-time defending champions. That'll bring in Donald Lutz, another left-handed hitter. The Bandits' DH struck out his first time. The first pitch, fouled into the mitt of the catcher Lim on a 3/4 swing from Lutz. He was fooled on a slow breaking pitch. Corners playing in. Campbell has good speed. Looks like Geelong Korea will try and cut down the run at the plate. Lutz tries to hit a home run instead. He's early, hitting a line drive foul down the right field line. 0-2. Kim up to 56 pitches. 28 strikes, 28 balls. That's not the ratio that you're looking for. The 0-2 to Donald Lutz. Hit into left center field. Charging is no. It falls in front of him. It's an RBI single for Donald Lutz, scoring Campbell from third, and the Bandits extend their lead. It's now 5-2. Good piece of hitting from the veteran Donald Lutz. Didn't get all of it, but he put the bat on the ball with 2 strikes, serving it out into shallow left center field for a run-scoring base hit.
Now batting number 21, Winton Bernard.
Bandits, thanks to a few walks and a couple Geelong Korea errors, have 5 runs on just 3 hits. Here's Winton Bernard, who got the 2-out rally started in the 2nd inning with a base on balls. He followed with a stolen base and came home to score on Wade Dutton's RBI single. He takes low ball 1 from Kim with some stirring in the Geelong Korea bullpen. Bernard's 2nd game in Australia, less than a week after he arrived on the continent, was a 4-hit game featuring a home run. Hasn't quite replicated that success, but who could? He's been a great addition to this team, both defensively and offensively. He's brushed back with an inside fastball. The count is 2-0. Kim ready. The next. Right down the middle. Looked like a slider from Kim. Talked with Kudai Sung, his manager, before the ball game. Kim is a very intelligent pitcher. The fastball can get up to 93 at times. Bernard slaps it foul down the right field line. The count is now 1-2. Excuse me, 2-2. Kim throws a fastball, curve change, and a slider. And the numbers simply don't look very good this year. 1-7, a 9.41 ERA. But with a young team, it helps to have someone 35 years old as a fixture in the rotation who has been here before. The 2-2 to Winton Bernard. Breaking pitch, gets a swing and a miss, strike 3. Strikeout number 5 for Kim. It's out number 2 here in the 3rd, and it will be left to Wade Dutton. Dutton rolled a base hit through the left side with 2 down his first time up. That scored Bernard from second and tied the ball game at the time, 1-1. Now it's 5-2, and the Bandits' left fielder swings the first pitch, lifting it down the right field line, foul, and out of play. Lots of foul territory here at Geelong Baseball Center, but not enough for Geelong Korea to make a play on that drive. One of the more striking things about this field, it's well maintained, well manicured, and beautiful dark red clay on the infield. Sandy warning track, low maintenance, of course. The 0-1. Dutton early on the breaker, sends it foul up the third base line, 0-2. Donald Lutz at first after an RBI single to extend the Bandits' lead to 5-2. Here's the 0-2 to Dutton. High fastball sent straight back to the screen. Also a very impressive screen here. Going up, I don't know, 100 feet. Protecting everyone in the seating area, and that's the most important thing. The 0-2. Lutz takes off, the pitch is in the dirt, and it will be a stolen base for Donald Lutz. How about that? You look at Lutz and you don't think that he would be a threat to steal a base, but mentioned that he was coaching this past summer in America at the rookie level, and he told me that he's a base running instructor. You don't have to be blazing fast to be a smart base runner, and Lutz saw something in Kim's delivery, took advantage, and now he's in scoring position. The 1-2 to Dutton. Lifted in the air. First base side of the infield. Dancing around at his shin, and finally he settles underneath it to make the catch for the third out. The Bandits add one in the top of the third, thanks to Donald Lutz's RBI single. They take a 5-2 lead to the bottom half of the inning. You're listening to Bandits.tv.
All right, it's now time for our famous Dizzy Bags. Our two contestants are Declan and Johnny. Hopefully they've had enough to drink to make this quite interesting. All right, on my mark, get set, and go. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, well done, boys. Good job.
The Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea 5-2 as we go to the bottom of the third at Geelong Baseball Centre, west of Melbourne. The Bandits have won 4 consecutive ball games. They know they are in the playoffs. Where they will be playing and who they will be playing is up for debate and up for play here in the final 2 games of the regular season. Elsewhere around the league, we mentioned the 2 finals from earlier today both helped the Bandits. Perth beat Canberra 7-1. Adelaide beat Sydney 3-2. Adelaide and Sydney just getting underway in Game 2 of their doubleheader. Melbourne and Auckland in the top of the second inning are scoreless in Game 2 of their twin bill. And Perth is up 5-1 on Canberra in the second game of their doubleheader. Tim Atherton delivers a high fastball to Lee Yong-uk, who leads off the bottom of the third for Geelong Korea. Fastball is sent back to the screen for a foul, 0-1. 9-1-2 due up for Geelong Korea. They have just 2 hits, but both left the yard. Solo homer in the first from Shin Seung-won, and a solo homer to begin the second from Kwon Kwang-min. Check swing on appeal. Lee did not go. The count is 1-1. Atherton has thrown 27 pitches, 17 of them for strikes. Bandits a bit short-staffed in the bullpen as they have been for the last couple months. So the more Atherton can give them tonight, the better they are going to feel heading into tomorrow. 2-1 the count. Fastball misses up and away. Lee, left-handed hitting left fielder, takes off the inside corner. Ball 3-1. Lee batting .288, no homers and 8 runs batted in. The pitch from Atherton. Down and in, ball 4. First walk of the ball game for Tim Atherton, and it breaks 2 cardinal sins of baseball. You don't want to walk the leadoff man, and you don't want to walk the 9th place hitter. Atherton just did both as Lim Jong-hyuk steps into the plate. Atherton will pitch from the stretch for the first time. First time he's had a base runner on tonight. Lim grounded to third to begin the bottom of the first inning. The righty Atherton delivers a called strike on the outside corner, knee high. Lim doesn't like it. 0-1. Lim looking down at his manager, Koo Dae-sung, in the third base coach's box. The 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Crosses the zone letter high, and it's a called strike, bringing the count to 0-2. Battaglia, the catcher, comes out, and he may have gotten crossed up on that pitch. He and Atherton talk it over. It is an impressive breaking ball, especially when it starts up in the zone and you can see it bite down like it did. Atherton, one of 2 captains on the Team Australia preliminary roster announced yesterday. He's 29 years old, spent a couple years in affiliated ball, but now the ABL and international seasons are his primary focus. The 0-2 pitch, missing up high. Geelong Korea scored the first run of this ball game on the Shin homer in the first, but the Bandits came back with 4 in the top of the second and 1 more in the third. The offense keeps rolling along. 1-2 breaking pitch left up and hit hard but foul down the left field line. It lands out of play. And here's another mound visit. David Nielsen, the manager for the Bandits, comes out to talk. And this is potentially concerning. Atherton looking down, pawing at the dirt. There is a trainer on staff for the Bandits, but there is no medical presence here, which makes me think that this is simply mound issue. Home plate umpire Stuart Howe indicates to us that that will not be a charged mound visit. And while we won't bother speculating anymore what that was, we'll see how Atherton attacks the mound here with a 1-2 count. Lim back in the left-handed batter's box. The righty Atherton delivers. Fastball lifted foul, left side, out of play. No stirring in the Bandits' pen. If there had been concern over Atherton, someone would have started warming. However, here comes Ryan Bollinger, the Thursday starter, jogging down there to convey a message. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Down and in. Lim chased. And that's the second Skyfleet Hino strikeout of the ball game for Tim Atherton.
Now batting number 8, Hak Jun No.
One down with Lee still at first. No Hak Jun, who flew on to left his first time up, steps into the box. Batter's box in shadow. Pitcher's mound, partially shadow. First pitch swinging, sent on a line to deep center field. Bernard gets it in his glove, but then it pops out. He throws it back in, but Geelong Korea will have runners at second and third after what may be an error on the Bandits center fielder, Winton Bernard. No, hit it hard to straightaway center field. Bernard was shaded a bit towards left center and running 3/4 back like a wide receiver. He brought his left glove hand up, and from our perspective, it appeared the ball entered the mitt, but then popped out.
Now batting number 26.
Keep in mind the setting sun is just on the third base side of home plate behind us, so that may have played a factor as well. 2 in scoring position, and here's Shin Seung-won representing the tying run. He homered his last time up. He gets a fastball up in the wrists. He backs away for ball 1. Lee at third, No at second. One down for Geelong Korea, trailing 5-2 in the third. Breaking pitch on the inside corner. Shin backed away, thinking it was a ball. Instead, it's a strike, 1-1. Bandits infield playing back with a 3-run lead. They'll concede the run to get an out. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses down and away. Shin almost offered at it, but held up just in time. There is an error on the board. We'll assume it's a two-base error on Winton Bernard in center field, allowing No to reach. The 2-1 pitch. Down and away, 3-1. First base is open. Cleanup hitter Choi Jun-suk is on deck.
Check it out, y'all.
The 3-1 pitch from Atherton. Slapped foul off the screen, off the very end of the bat of Shin, who swung what may have been ball 4. Atherton has 2 strikeouts so far tonight, including 1 earlier in the inning. Looking to come back to retire Shin. The payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Shin chased a high fastball that would have been ball 4. And it's Skyfleet Hino, strikeout number 3 for Tim Atherton. Out number 2 in the 3rd inning. That'll leave it to the big DH for Geelong Korea, Choi Jun-suk. Choi strikes an impressive figure in the right-handed batter's box. They've got him listed. Swings the first pitch, sending a high fly into shallow right field. Out is Unruh, the second baseman. He makes the catch for the 3rd out. Geelong Korea, with the benefit of a Bandits error, gets a couple men in scoring position, but they do not score. And we go to the top of the 4th with Brisbane on top 5-2. You're listening to Bandits.tv.
I'd like to make a special announcement. Throughout the entire season, working tirelessly, the company Turf Care and Don Stevens from Baycats have been keeping the diamond in absolute mint condition. Everybody stand up and give them a big round of applause. That diamond looks perfect.
Bandits.tv, online stream. Yeah, so if you put in earbuds, you can hear me 3 seconds after I say it. You get real-time audio here. So yeah, we're streaming it back home to Brisbane because Geelong Korea was supposed to do all of these games on video, but the Korean TV station ran out of money in their budget or something. So they flew, I usually do the home games, they flew me out to do these final 2 games. It's better than nothing. We hope to celebrate something here in the next couple of days, so we don't want to miss it. Yeah, thank you. It's been fun.
number 43, David Sutherland.
Welcome back to Geelong, where the Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea 5-2 as we go to the top of the fourth inning. David Sutherland leads off for the Bandits, taking up and away ball one. 8-9-1 due up for the Bandits. Sutherland, Battaglia, and Unruh against Kim Jin-woo, who is still in the ball game. (2-0) the count to Sutherland, who takes down and in. There is a defensive change for Geelong Korea. We'll try and get that sorted. Of course, nothing's told to us explicitly, but we could tell that there was some shuffling going on during the inning break. 3-0 to Sutherland, who walked and scored his first time up. Park Hui-yeon is in at third base, as Sutherland leads off the top of the fourth inning with a 4-pitch walk, not even lifting the bat off his shoulder. That'll bring in Ryan Battaglia. Battaglia, like Sutherland, walked and scored his first time. Battaglia, the right-handed hitting catcher, is Tim Atherton's catcher of choice. He and Danny De La Calle have split the catching duties for the Bandits this year. Breaking pitch gets a swing and a miss, 0-1 the count. De La Calle on Thursday night had a 2-homer game, including a grand slam, but he hasn't seen the field since, as the Bandits try and keep everyone fresh and healthy for the playoffs. Called strike at the knees, and the count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch coming to Ryan Battaglia. Swing and a miss, strike three. Breaking pitch, got him. And that's the 6th strikeout of the ballgame for Kim Jin-woo. It hasn't been all sunshine and roses for Kim, but that's a bright spot in what will be his last appearance of the ABL season. He's gotten a lot of swings and misses, and save for the ugly end to the second inning, he's been pretty sharp tonight. Lineup turns over for Riley Unruh, who collected a bases-clearing 3-run triple with 2 down in the second inning. He's 1 for 2, and he takes up high ball 1. The next to Unruh, right back to Kim on a hop. He throws on target to second for 1 out, and the throw on to first completes the double play. The leadoff walk is erased, and Kim faces just 3 men in a scoreless top of the fourth inning. We go to the bottom half. Brisbane still on top, 5-2. Karanko Brisbane Bandits have taken care of business through the first 2 games of this series in round 10 at Geelong, Korea. Thursday night, they blew out Geelong, Korea by a score of 21-5, collecting a league record 9 home runs in the process. Last night, it went down to the wire, but the Bandits scored 4 in the top of the 9th inning to collect a 7-3 win. And tonight, as we go to the bottom of the 4th inning, it's a 5-2 lead as Tim Atherton is doing what he has done all year, giving his team a good chance to win. Atherton will face 5, 6, and 7 in the Geelong Korea lineup, beginning with Kwon Kwang-min. We have a clarification on the defensive substitution that Geelong Korea made in the top half of the inning. Yu Young-muk, who began the game at third base, switches to first base. And in the lineup for Geelong Korea in the 3 spot, where Shin Seung-won began the game at first base, is the new third baseman, Park Hui-yeon. Kwon takes a called strike. He homered to straightaway center field his first time up. The 0-1 pitch, a breaking ball, is tapped foul at the plate, 0-2. With their loss last night, Geelong Korea will not finish with double-digit wins in their inaugural ABL season. They have a 7-31 record with 2 games, including tonight, to play. Plenty of reason for optimism, however. This team was collected via open tryout in Korea about a month before the season began. The 0-2 pitch, fastball misses up and away, 1-2. And anyone who knows baseball in the Pacific area knows that Korea is a hotbed of baseball talent. And anyone who knows the Geelong, Melbourne area knows this is a great place to spend a few months during the off-season. Now that this has been established, I think it's reasonable to expect better days ahead for Geelong Korea as they continue to establish themselves in the ABL. 2-2 now the count to Kwon. He takes a breaking pitch down and away. Atherton with the slow wind. The righty delivers. On the inside corner, called strike 3. 4th strikeout for Tim Atherton, another Skyfleet Hino strikeout, and it's out number 1 in the 4th inning.
Now batting number 44, Tae-jun Lim.
Next up is Lim Tae-jun, the catcher for Geelong Korea. He flew out to right field his first time up. And in case anyone was wondering or worrying, there is no action in the Bandits' bullpen, so whatever was bothering Tim Atherton on the mound in the bottom of the 3rd seems to have subsided. Called strike with a breaking pitch on the outside corner, 0-1. That was pitch number 50 for Tim Atherton. 31 of them have been for strikes. The 0-1 pitch. Missing just outside, 1-1. Update on the scores around the league. Sydney has just scored 2 in the top of the 2nd inning in Adelaide. They lead the bite 2-0. 1-1 breaking pitch gets a swing and a miss, 1-2. Auckland Tuatara lead the Melbourne Aces. That one in Melbourne, but a Tuatara home game. 3-0 Auckland leading in the 3rd. Top 4 in Canberra, the Perth Heat lead the Cavalry 5-2. That is just a 7-inning ball game after they played the 9-inning resumption of their suspended game from Thursday night. 1-2 the count to Lim. Atherton deals. Called strike 3, and Lim knew it. Back-to-back punch-outs begin the 4th inning. Now 5 strikeouts on the night for Tim Atherton, who is settling into a groove. Atherton has allowed only 2 hits. Both of them were home runs. 1 walk, 1 defensive error behind him. And here's Yu Young-muk, who began as the 3rd baseman, but made the defensive change from 3rd to 1st in the top half of the inning. Swing and a miss. Atherton gets a chase on what looked like the cutter down and away. righty Atherton winds and delivers the 0-1. Driven deep to right center field. But Bernard is back and he makes the catch shy of the warning track for the third out. 5 straight retired by Atherton. He hasn't allowed a hit since the second inning. And as we go to the 5th, the Bandits lead 5-2. You're listening to Bandits.tv.
Number 6, TJ Bennett.
TJ Bennett leads off the top of the 5th inning for the Brisbane Bandits, leading Geelong Korea by a score of 5-2. Bennett, Campbell, and Wade, 2, 3, and 4 due up for Brisbane against Kim Jin-woo, who aside from a 4-run rally with 2 outs in the second inning has silenced the Bandits' bats. Here's TJ Bennett swinging at the first pitch, sending it high and deep to left field. It is gone! A home run for TJ Bennett, his 13th of the year, and the Bandits extend their lead to 6-2. How about TJ Bennett? He's the league leader in home runs. And he hits another one here, his second of the series in Geelong. RBI number 39 for the leading RBI man as well. Opposite field, first home run of the ball game for the Bandits. And here's Andrew Campbell.
Number 17, Andrew Campbell.
Campbell 0 for 2. He reached on an error by the pitcher, Kim, his last time up, getting to second base on an errant throw on a dribbler. 2-0 the count. Campbell chops it up the first base line. It lands foul and rolls further foul, 2-1. Bennett with home run number 13 pulls one ahead of Zach Wilson of the Cavalry in Canberra, who also had 12. RBI number 39 ties him with Tristan Gray of Perth for the league lead. Pretty impressive numbers for TJ Bennett. Called strike on the inside corner, it's 2-2. Bennett signed a minor league deal with the Chicago White Sox about a month ago. Well earned given the work he puts into it and the on-field results that have followed. 2-2 coming to Campbell. Check swing in the dirt. It's a ball and the count runs full. Entire field in shadows. The lights are on here at Geelong Baseball Center. And a perfectly placed full moon straight above center field. A photo couldn't do it justice, but it's a beautiful night. Pitch misses just inside, and the count runs full, 3-2. Payoff pitch to Andrew Campbell. Check swing, and it's strike 3. Foul tip, actually. Just glancing off the bat before it found the mid of limb, the catcher, for the first out of the 5th inning.
Now batting number 16, Logan Wade.
Strikeout number 7 for Kim Jin Woo, whose pitch count is mounting, now up to 84 pitches, 45 strikes. Logan Wade is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a grounder to second. Switch hitting shortstop batting lefty. Takes on the outside corner, strike 1. Bandits in Geelong, Korea wrap up their regular season tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock local time. Hit hard on the ground to first off the bat of Wade, fielded by Yu, the new first baseman. He takes it to the base, 3 unassisted for out number 2 in the 5th. 1 o'clock Geelong time is high noon Brisbane time, and if you're a Bandits fan back home, we hope you'll join us as the Bandits, with a win tonight and a win tomorrow, will clinch a division title in the first year of the divisional format in the ABL. Donald Lutz is 1 for 2 with an RBI single into center field his last time up. Infield swings around a little bit for the left-handed hitting DH. Shortstop Lee still on the left side of the infield, but playing more up the middle than he was for the last at bat. Breaking pitch, bends over for a strike, 0-1. Bandits have 6 runs on 4 hits. Geelong, Korea with 2 runs on 2 hits. The 0-1 misses down and in. It may have gotten home plate umpire Stuart Howe. Lutz batting 183, 4 homers, 15 runs batted in. Kim set the 1-1, missing the inside corner, 2-1. There doesn't appear to be action in either bullpen right now. 2-1 breaking ball, floats over the inside edge for a called strike, 2-2. The pitch, fouled straight back. Lutz got a pitch up and sent it straight to the screen. Geelong, Korea took a brief 1-0 lead back in the first on Shin Seung-won's solo home run. Bandits scored 4 in the second, highlighted by Riley Unro's 3-run triple. Added 1 more in the third on Lutz's RBI single. Lutz takes up high and away, 3-2. Winton Bernard waits on deck. And TJ Bennett, a few moments ago, hit his league-leading 13th home run of the year to begin the 5th inning. That makes it 6-2. Payoff pitch coming to Lutz, and it misses inside, ball 4. Fifth walk of the ball game for Kim. That has not been a chronic issue for him this year.
batting number 21.
This free pass extends the 5th inning and brings up Winton Bernard. Bernard has yet to put the ball in play. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout, a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Bernard won't have much of a break between the end of the ABL season and the beginning of the Major League season. Ball 1 misses outside. Report date for Major League clubs gets earlier and earlier. Pitchers and catchers report around Valentine's Day, middle of February. Missing inside 2-0. Bernard, a position player, but more and more guys like Bernard are showing up to camp early, getting some work in, getting into the weight room, and making sure the coaches and staff know that they're there. That can't hurt as you try and make a club. Here's the 2-0. Swing and a miss, 2-1. Bernard was briefly a free agent this fall after the season, but quickly re-upped with the Cubs. Last year between AA Tennessee and AAA Iowa. Bernard takes outside, 3-1. Another 3-ball count for Kim. Wade Dutton waiting on deck. Bernard has already drawn a walk against Kim. That came back in the 2nd inning. The 3-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. High hop to Lee, who flips to Lim. They go the short way for out number 3 on the force out, and that ends the top of the 5th inning. Halfway home here in Geelong. The Bandits add another on TJ Bennett's league-leading 13th homer of the year, and they take a 6-2 advantage to the bottom half. You're listening to Bandits.tv.
Cheer squad!
Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea 6-2 as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning here at Geelong Baseball Center.
Now batting number 7.
Tim Atherton needs 3 more outs to qualify for a win. If he can get the W tonight, he will finish the regular season a perfect 7-0 in 10 starts. He faces 8-9-1 here in the 5th, beginning with Lee Ju-ho, the shortstop who made the final out of the top half of the inning. He takes a called strike, 0-1. Lee lined to short his first time up. He'll be followed by Yong Uk Lee and Lim Jong-hyuk. The 0-1. Chopped to second. Unruh waits back on the high second hop, and he throws it on to first to retire Lee for the first out of the 5th inning.
Now stepping into the box, number 10. Young Wook Lee.
Lee Yong-uk, the left fielder for Geelong, Korea, drew a walk to begin the third inning and got as far as third base before being stranded. Atherton's pitch count is excellent. 57 through 4 1/3 innings. The first pitch to Lee. Slapped foul down the left field line, out of play. Atherton from the wind delivers the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball misses just outside for a ball 1-1. Score updates from around the league. Sydney has extended their lead to 3-0 over the Bite in Adelaide, that one in the top of the third. In Melbourne, Auckland leading the Aces 3-1 in the fourth. Lifted foul, left side, out of play again. The count is 1-2 to Lee. And in the top of the fifth in Canberra, the Perth Heat still lead the Cavalry by a score of 5-2. Atherton from the wind, the 1-2 pitch. Check swing foul up the third base line, fielded by Koo, who still has those soft hands from his professional career. Koo, a left-handed pitcher, and at 49 years old, he has placed himself on the active roster for round 10. No appearances in the first 2 games of this series, but he told me today that he hopes to get in a bowl game if Geelong Korea can win. That would always improve the spirits and make it a much more fun experience. 2-2 now the count as an off-speed offering misses outside. 6 runs on 4 hits for Brisbane, 2 runs on 2 hits, both solo home runs for Geelong Korea. Atherton winds and delivers the 2-2 to Lee. Swing and a miss, strike 3 on a breaking pitch. Strikeout number 6 for Tim Atherton, another Skyfleet Hino strikeout, and out number 2 in the 5th inning.
Now stepping into the plate, number 24, Jong-hyuk Lim.
Lim Jong-hyuk, the second baseman and leadoff man for Geelong Korea, steps in for his 3rd turn at bat. He's 0 for 2 with a grounded to third and a strikeout. Atherton delivers the first pitch. Lifted down the left field line, hit deep but foul, and it lands on the warning track, 0-1. Atherton turned 29 years old just before the season. And it shows just how high his stock is in this country. He was named the captain of the pitching side in Team Australia yesterday. Breaking pitch misses for ball 1. The numbers are simply incredible. With a win tonight, he'll be 7-0 with an ERA well under 3. 2-1 as a fastball misses up and away.
Stands him up, does he?
Lim trying to extend the 5th inning and collect the first Geelong Korea base hit since the 2nd. Atherton's 2-1. Fastball misses up and away, 3-1. Atherton grimaces as he receives the return throw. He thought he hit his spot, but Tanglia, his catcher, framed it to no avail. Three-1 pitch. Atherton delivers. Fastball misses just low, ball 4. Free pass extends the inning, and Atherton with an extra long look back, shaking his head as he takes a walk behind the mound. Second base on balls issued by Atherton.
Number 8, Hak Jun No.
It'll bring up No Hak Jun. It was 0 for 2. He reached on a two-base error by the center fielder, Winton Bernard, his last time up. No, hit a hard line drive just to the right side of center field. Bernard drifting back on it, had it in his glove, but it popped out. And the first pitch from Atherton, swing and a miss. No was swinging for the fences, and he came up empty. The next pitch for Atherton will be his 70th of the night. If he can get through 7 innings, he will have done his job and then some. Before the next pitch to No, a check of the runner at first. Lim dives back safely. Right-handed arm warming for Geelong, Korea. Kim Jin-woo gave his team 5 innings. He allowed 6 runs. Runner goes. The 0-1 is a strike. The throw down to second is just on the first base side of second base. The shortstop Wade catches and tries to drop the tag down, but it's too late. Stolen base for Lim Jong-hyuk. Geelong, Korea has a runner in scoring position. Count is 0-2. Eleventh steal of the year for Lim. The 0-2 coming to No. Breaking pitch, and No just got a piece. He fouls it at the plate off of Battaglia. The count will remain 0-2. Another 0-2 coming from Atherton to No. Fastball misses down and in for a ball, 1-2. Sun setting behind us. Said it a couple times, but I don't mind saying it again. A perfect night here in Geelong. First pitch temperature of 20 degrees Celsius. It's dipped a little bit since then. Very, very nice night. 1-2. Breaking ball left up, and it's hit high in the air, deep to left field. Dutton going back and on the warning track. The Bandits left fielder makes the catch for out number 3. The walk and the stolen base do no damage. It's another 0 and another solid 5 innings for Tim Atherton, who is now in line for his 7th victory of the season. We go to the 6th here in Geelong. Brisbane leading 6-2. You're listening to Bandits.tv.
何やってんの iPad で iPhone で遊ばないでいいから Watch the game, Saya. Watch the game. ここにつけといたらいい
New pitcher for Geelong Korea is number 17, Namon Gill.
The Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea 6-2 as we go to the top of the sixth inning. And Kim Jin-woo's day is done. The Geelong starter went 5 innings, allowing 6 runs, 5 earned on 4 hits. The big issue for him, 5 walks, though he did strike out 7. He threw 98 pitches, 52 for strikes, and he is replaced on the mound by Gil Na-hon. Gil, 25 years old, is 0-6 with an 11.71 ERA this season. This will be his 13th appearance and 9th out of the bullpen. Opponents are hitting .344 against him. He's allowed 36 earned runs on 42 hits in 27 and 2/3 innings. Bottom third of the Bandits' order, set to face Gill, beginning with Wade Dutton. Dutton takes a called strike on the outside corner. The Bandits' left fielder is 1 for 2 with an RBI single and a pop-up to first. Gill making his first appearance of round 10. The righty's 0-1 is a called strike again on the outside half. Quickly 0-2 to Wade Dutton. Bandits have just 4 hits. They took advantage of all those Kim walks. The 0-2 misses, now down and away. Gill clearly trying to pitch away on Dutton, who has good power to all fields. He's not afraid to shoot it to right if he gets a pitch to his liking. Here's the 1-2. Dutton reaches across the plate, protecting with 2 strikes, sending it foul down the right field line. A reminder that we will have the regular season finale, another audio broadcast here on Bandits.tv. Tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock Geelong time, noon Brisbane time. 1-2 to Dutton, and again on the outer half, it's sent foul down the right field line out of play. The Bandits, with a pair of wins, will clinch the Northeast Division and secure home field advantage in the semi-final round of the ABL postseason. 1-2 chopped foul, first time on the inner half to Dutton. And the Bandits left fielder gets a piece, sending it towards his own dugout down the third base side. Auckland has added 3 in the bottom of the 4th inning. They now take a 6-1 lead over Melbourne. Playing all 9, so plenty of time for the Aces, playing as the visiting team in their home ballpark, to come back. Dutton swings and misses at a high fastball on the outside edge. He is a strikeout victim for the first out of the 6th inning. Kim struck out 7. Gill begins his outing.
Now batting number 43, David Sutherland.
Hard-fought punch-out, and here's David Sutherland. Sutherland has 2 plate appearances, both ended with free passes. A pair of walks and a run scored for the Bandits' first baseman. The first pitch misses low ball 1. Again, we want to thank you for joining us tonight for this audio broadcast. It's a long story, but the original plan was for Geelong Korea to have all of these games full video broadcast. Hit hard on the ground to second and past the diving second baseman Lim into right field. David Sutherland has reached all 3 times. He has his first hit with 1 down in the 6th inning as he stands at first. Ryan Battaglia steps up.
Now batting number 29, Ryan Battaglia.
But the Korean network that produced and paid for those video broadcasts did not pick up the final 2 rounds, so our friends at ABL TV got the first 2 games of this series, and rather than not have the 2 final days of the regular season be radio silent, we've decided to put together an audio-only broadcast because we figure for the die-hard fans, and if you're listening, you are among them, you'd like to know what's going on as best that we can bring it to you. 0-1 the count to Ryan Battaglia after a called strike on the outside corner. The 0-1 pitch on the outside corner again. Called strike 0-2. Tomorrow's game will mean something. The Bandits with a win tonight, again, will put themselves in position to win the division. If they lose tonight, then they will be fighting potentially for a bye out of the wild card round. The 0-2 to Battaglia, swing and a miss, strike 3. Went inside, in on the hands of Battaglia, and the Bandits catcher swung through it. 2 strikeouts, sandwiching a single, and now the lineup turns over for Riley Unruh. Unruh has the biggest hit in the ballgame thus far.
Number 1 for Riley Unruh.
A 2-out, 3-run triple to right center field in the second inning. It turned a 1-1 ball game into a 4-1 Bandits lead. They haven't let up since. First pitch to the switch-hitting Unruh is inside, and a back pick attempt to first nearly gets Sutherland. That's the second time the catcher Lim has tried to catch Sutherland after the secondary lead. Both times he was nearly successful. The pitch was a strike and the count is 0-1. Chopped foul down the third base line, 1-1. First pitch was evidently a ball. Scoreboard had it wrong, but now it's been corrected. The 1-1 pitch, inside, and it hits Unruh square in the back. Unruh appears to be okay. He'll take off the elbow guard that was useless in that hit by pitch and trot down to first, in turn pushing Sutherland to second base. The inning continues, and here's T.J. Bennett. Bennett hit a solo homer to the opposite field over his own bullpen down the left field line his last time up. That gave him his league-leading 13th home run and tied him for the RBI lead with his 39th. First pitch to Bennett, lifted foul off the screen, out of play. Bennett will occasionally attack early in the count. We've seen that in this series, to be sure. The 0-1 pitch to T.J. Bennett. Inside, at the shins, almost hit Bennett, and the count is 1-1. Bandits lead at 6-2 in the top of the 6th inning. Not only were their hopes of taking the division in jeopardy, their hopes of flat out making the playoffs were in jeopardy a week ago, before a doubleheader sweep at home against Canberra salvaged a series split in round 9. 1-1. Gill takes a little off and paints the inside corner for a called strike, 1-2. Since losing the first 2 games of round 9, the Bandits have now won 4 straight, and they appear to be well on their way to their 5th consecutive victory. Here's the 1-2 pitch coming to T.J. Bennett. Gill delivers inside, And now a back pick attempt to second, and they get Sutherland on the pitch in the dirt. Sutherland took a big secondary lead after seeing the pitch down and in, and didn't make it back to second in time. A heads-up play from the catcher Lim and an on-target throw to retire the Bandits' lead runner to end the inning.
It's time to welcome the Geelong Korea.
That's a pickoff to end the top of the sixth. The Bandits do not score. We go to the bottom half. Brisbane still on top, 6-2. Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea 6-2 as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning at Geelong Baseball Center. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Geelong Korea against Tim Atherton, who is still out there with a pretty good pitch count and no action in the Brisbane bullpen. Park Hui-yon entered as a defensive replacement in the top of the fourth inning. Shin Sun-won had gone 1 for 2 with a solo homer. Park first pitch drops down a good bunt down the third base line, but it rolls just foul, and the catcher Ryan Battaglia gets it before it can roll back fair. 0-1 the count. Park sprinted all the way down to first and then some, so he has a long walk back to the batter's box with an 0-1 count. For Atherton thus far, 74 pitches, 47 for strikes. The only 2 hits he has allowed were the solo home runs from Shin and Kwon in the first and second innings. The righty has walked 2 and struck out 6. Another stellar effort from one of the best pitchers in Australia. Atherton from the wind. The 0-1 pitch to Park. Fouled straight back to the screen, 0-2. Park batting 171, no homers, 10 runs batted in. He is right-handed, one of 4 position player bench options at the disposal of Kudai Sung. Park, Choi, and Kwon, 3, 4, and 5, due up here in the sixth inning. And the 0-2 pitch is right down the middle for a called strike 3. Strikeout number 7, another Skyfleet Hino strikeout. And that'll bring up Choi Jun-suk.
Number 25, Jun-suk Choi.
Choi is 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a pop-up to the second baseman. First pitch sent back to the screen, 0-1. Off the very end of the bat, and Choi grimaces in pain. He may have felt that one on the knuckles. Neglected to mention that T.J. Bennett's homer back in the 5th inning was, of course, an Empire Jerky home run. Bandits hope to be back at One Hub Stadium, powered by Optus, for some playoff games. And you can get your own Empire Jerky at various vendors around the facility. Breaking pitch for a called strike on the outside corner. Choi can't believe it, and he's behind in the count, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch coming from Atherton to Choi. The righty winds and deals. Fouled straight back again. Choi has been on a couple of these pitches from Atherton. He just hasn't been able to square any of them up. There does appear to be some action in the Bandits' bullpen. It's Matt Timms. You can tell by his beard loosening in the event Atherton can't get through the 6th inning. Another 0-2 coming from Atherton to Choi. On the outside corner, called strike 3. Strikeout number 8 for Tim Atherton. He's backed up a 13 strikeout performance last weekend with a whole lot of swings and misses again tonight. Another Skyfleet Hino strikeout for out number 2.
Now stepping to the plate, number 47, Kwon Min Kwon.
Impressively, 5 of the 8 strikeouts have been looking. It shows quite a mastery of the edges of the strike zone for Tim Atherton. Kwon Kwang Min, the right fielder, is 1 for 2 with a solo homer to center field back in the 2nd inning. He swings the first pitch and fouls it off, 0-1. Atherton now above the 80 pitch threshold. And again, he went 116 pitches in a complete game last weekend. The Bandits know that he has that in his arm, but with a 4-run lead and a reasonably well-rested, though thin, bullpen, he may be done after 6 innings to save him for a playoff game. Ball misses outside, 1-1. Atherton deals. Fouled straight back again. 1-2 the count. Bandits lead it 6-2 in the bottom of the 6th inning, looking for their 5th consecutive victory. Bandits have had good stretches of the season, but to this point, they have not yet won 5 consecutive ball games. This would certainly be a good time to do it, with playoff positioning at stake. 1-2 breaking pitch, a check swing. On a peel down to 3rd, Kwon held up, and the at-bat continues with a 2-2 count. Update on the scores around the league. Adelaide has just gotten 1 back against Sydney. The Blue Sox lead at 3-1 against the Bite in the bottom of the 4th. In Auckland, it's 6-3 Tuatara over the Aces in the bottom of the 5th. And in the 7-inning ball game in Canberra, the Perth Heat lead the Cavalry 5-2. Atherton trying to finish off the 6th inning with style, and he does just that. Looping breaking pitch gets a swing and a miss. Tim Atherton strikes out the side in a 1-2-3 6th inning. Atherton is brilliant again tonight, and we go to the 7th with the Bandits on top, 6-2. down 6-3 to Auckland in the bottom of the state. Yeah. They won game 1 of the doubleheader. And Perth is up 5-2 on Canada. Interesting night. We'd like to get home field advantage and get the tiebreaker over 6. So if we win both of our games here, there's a ways to go before that.
Now batting number 6, TJ Bennett.
TJ Bennett's fourth turn at bat was interrupted by the pickoff at second base for the third out of the 6th inning. He stands back in with a fresh count in the top of the 7th, with the Bandits still leading Geelong Korea 6-2. Bennett swings at the first pitch and sends a high fly ball into shallow center field. High above the lights, and as a result it falls for what will be a bloop double for TJ Bennett. This time of night, it can be very difficult to track a fly ball, especially when they go up above the height of the lights. The infielder or outfielder, whatever the case may be, can see the ball going up, and they can see the ball going down, but as the ball reaches its apex, it disappears. And TJ Bennett gets a gift double on a short pop-up to shallow center field as a result. That's Bennett's second hit of the ball game. He hit his league-leading 13th home run back in the 5th. Bandits feel pretty good about where they are, but they'd love to add on a couple more runs here in the 7th inning, with Tim Atherton's day likely coming to a close. Andrew Campbell up next. He takes outside ball 1. Campbell 0 for 3. He reached on an error and scored in the 3rd inning. Other than that, a grounder to second and a strikeout. Gil Na-on back out there for his 2nd inning of work. He was pretty impressive in the 6th, allowing just a single and a hit by pitch. He gets a strike on the outside corner to Andrew Campbell to even up the count. A look towards Bennett at second. The pitch to Campbell. Lifted in the air down the left field line. Long run for Lee. In fair territory, he fights the lights and makes the catch. That would have been a fair ball and potential extra bases had it fallen, but Lee makes the play for the first out. That'll bring in Logan Wade. Wade 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a grounder to second, and a grounder to first. Bennett has good speed at second. He'll likely get the wave on a base hit to the outfield. First pitch to Wade, misses down and in ball 1. Bandits have 6 runs on 6 hits. Geelong Korea 2 runs on 2 hits. So far, tonight's game is somewhere in between Thursday's blowout victory and Friday's tightly contested ball game. Bandits ended up winning both. Gill steps off the rubber and looks Bennett back towards second. Bennett, an affable guy in general, smiles as he falls for the bluff with nobody covering the base. And now a real throw to second base with the shortstop Lee covering on the daylight play. Lee can't handle the throw. Bennett would have been back anyway. But they at least got Bennett to make a headfirst dive into second base. One-0 coming to Logan Wade. Gill delivers an off-speed pitch, belt high for a strike, 1-1. Geelong Korea got a solo homer in the first off the bat of Shin Seung-won. Brisbane countered with 4 in the top of the second, all with 2 outs, highlighted by Riley Unro's 3-run triple. 1-1 to Wade, misses underneath the elbows for a ball, 2-1. Geelong Korea got one back in the second on another solo home run, this one off the bat of Kwang Kwang-min. The Bandits got one in the third with an RBI single off the bat of Donald Lutz and a solo homer from TJ Bennett in the fifth. Logan Wade hits it high and deep to right center field. It is off the wall on a hop. Rounding third and trotting home is TJ Bennett. And on his way to third is Logan Wade. He wants a triple and he's got it. Second triple of the ball game for the Bandits, this one off the bat of Logan Wade. And the Bandits lead it 7-2.
Donald Lutz.
Wade slowed up just a little bit around second, but got the wave from Lisa Nori, the acting third base coach, and slid feet first just ahead of the throw. A good send and a good call, well executed by the Bandits, who extend their lead to 5. Wade has his first base hit of the ball game. Now Donald Lutz. Lutz 1 for 2 with a walk and an RBI single. He swings and misses at the first pitch offering beneath the knees. The 0-1 pitch. Lutz takes a breaking ball that floats over the inside edge for a strike, 0-2. Corners playing even, middle infielders playing back. They need an out here. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Lutz goes down for out number 2. Third strikeout for Gill. Wade still at third, and that'll leave it to Winton Bernard.
Batting number 21, Winton Bernard.
Bernard tonight is 0 for 2 with a walk, a stolen base, and a run scored. Gill's first, taken down and away. No throwing right now in the Bandits bullpen. That just may mean that whoever's up next is already warm. Breaking pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 1-1. Matt Timms was warming in the bottom half of the 6th inning. Tim Atherton has been nearly flawless since a couple hiccups in the early innings. He struck out 9 over 6 innings, and he has thrown 85 pitches. The 1-1 to Bernard. Off the very end of the bat, flip foul. Bandits have added 1 here in the 7th inning and have Logan Wade at third base, representing another insurance run if Winton Bernard can come through.
I'll share with you.
The 1-2 pitch. High and tight, and Bernard lays off. 2-2. A long wait. Now the 2-2 to Bernard. Low in the dirt, and it kicks away from Lim. Scoring from third is Wade, and it's now 8-2 Bandits. Well, that puts a weight off Winton Bernard's shoulders. The bases are now empty, and the run comes in with a 3-2 count. Second run of the inning. It was a pitch in the dirt, so it will go as a wild pitch. Lim did what he could, but it hit off what appeared to be a shin guard and ricocheted hard away on the first base side. 8-2 our new score. The 3-2 pitch. Breaking ball left up and chopped on the ground left side. Charging is the third baseman Park, and he throws to first just in time to retire Winton Bernard for the third out of the inning. The Bandits get a couple extra base hits, including an RBI triple from Logan Wade, and add 2 in the top of the 7th inning. Stretch time here in Geelong. The Bandits lead it 8-2.
His name is Michael.
Yeah, Michael!
Feel free to sing along with him as well. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jacks. I don't care if I never get back to be root for the GK. They don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game.
Wow, I did not know Michael Bublé was in the house. That was some serious pipes. Well, I don't know if I'm excited or intrigued, but you know what, guys? I want everybody to stay up because we got the GK Surf Academy. We're about to give up some free goodies, but we need to hear the loudest Let's Go GK of the season. Let's all do it together now. Let's go GK. Let's go GK. We're looking at freebies if you make some noise. Gotta go. Let's go GK. Everybody together. Let's go GK. Let me hear some noise. Let's go GK. A little bit louder. Let's go GK. Brisbane can't hear you. They can't hear you in Queensland. Oh, that's better, that's better. Let's go GK. Let's go GK.
We head to the bottom of the 7th inning at Geelong Baseball Center. Hope you've had time to stretch wherever you are listening to us. The Bandits are on their way to their 5th consecutive victory. They lead it now 8-2 over Geelong Korea, and Tim Atherton's night is done. The righty is in line for his 7th win. It would make him 7-0 in the regular season. He went 6 innings, allowing 2 runs on only 2 hits. He walked 2 and struck out 9. So he had another impressive performance. First pitch swinging is Lin Tae-jun, a broken bat roller to second, fielded by Unro, and the quick flip to first retires the Geelong Korea catcher. 1 pitch, 1 out for the new pitcher in the ballgame, entering in an Alderley higher pitching change, Sam Holland. Holland has a chance here to get back on the horse after a difficult outing in last night's ball game. He went a third of an inning, allowing 2 hits. He entered with the lead and left in a tie ball game. But overall this year, he's been great. 2-0, a 4.55 ERA. This will be his 18th appearance, 15th in a relief role. Sidewinding righty and Brisbane native delivers a called strike to Yu Yong Muk, the first baseman for Geelong Korea. Holland's next. A frisbee slider misses wide and goes to the backstop 1-1. Holland's ERA was in the mid-3s before a bad outing against the Cavalry on the 10th of January. He allowed 3 runs, walking 4 batters in just a third of an inning. In total, the righty has walked 15 batters and 27 2/3, so control has not typically been as much of an issue for him as it was that one day. The 1-1 pitch chopped to third. Bennett throws high to first, but luckily he's got a tall first baseman. David Sutherland makes the stretch and makes the catch for the second out.
Number 7, two-hole lead.
2 up, 2 down for Holland in the bottom of the 7th inning, and that'll bring in Lee Ju-ho. Long Korea shortstop who was 0 for 2 with a liner to short and a grounder to second. First pitch in on the hands, sent foul down the first base line.
For the Brisbane Bandits, number 40, Sam Holland.
Looking around the league, Sydney still leads Adelaide, but the Bite have gotten another one in the 4th inning. In the 5th, it's now Blue Sox 3, Bite 2. Melbourne hosting Auckland in a Tuatara home series. Melbourne got a couple back in the 5th inning. It's the top of the 7th now, with the Tuatara still leading 6-3. And in Canberra, the Cavalry have gotten 2 in the 6th to cut the Perth lead to 5-4. Another weak grounder to second. Unruh fields and throws and retires Lee Ju-ho for a 1-2-3 7th inning. Sam Holland needed that, and he did it very quickly. We go on to the 8th inning here in Geelong. Bandits lead at 8-2. Wade Dutton leads off the top of the 8th inning for the Brisbane Bandits, leading Geelong Korea 8-2. Bottom third of the order for Brisbane against Gil Na-on, who has allowed 2 runs through 2 innings of relief work. Dutton, the right-handed hitting left fielder, lifts the first pitch foul down the first base line over the Geelong Korea dugout and out of play. 0-1 the count. Dutton tonight is 1 for 3. He had a game-tying RBI single with 2 down in the top of the 2nd inning and came home to score on Riley Unruh's go-ahead 3-run triple. The 0-1 pitch. Hit high in the air, deep down the right field line. Long run for Kwan. Back now in. He misread it but recovers and makes a fair ball catch for the first out of the 8th inning. Dutton has good power to right field, but just got underneath that drive. Wind blowing right to left from the southeast as well, probably not helping. That'll bring in David Sutherland. Sutherland has reached base all 3 times tonight, twice with a walk and once with a single. The first pitch. High drive, deep to right field. Going back is Kwan. This ball is off the wall, but a home run. There's a second wall protecting the bullpen, and that is over the home run line. That'll be a solo shot for David Sutherland, extending the Bandits' lead to 9-2. It bounced back onto the field of play, but second base umpire Ian Gavin made the call. The correct call at that, indicating a home run off the top of the bullpen wall and back onto the field. An Empire Jerky home run for David Sutherland, his 9th of the year, second long ball of the ball game for the Bandits. Here's Ryan Battaglia sending a high drive into left center field, but the ballpark will hold this one. Center fielder No is back a few steps shy of the warning track. He makes the catch for the second out. That home run off the bat of Sutherland is his second of the series after he went deep in Thursday night's win. Lineup turns over now for Riley Unroe. Unroe hit the game-breaking 3-run triple in the second. He's 1 for 3 tonight with that triple and a hit by pitch. First pitch misses up high, ball 1. Unroe with a hot one-hop smash to first, knocked down by Yu, and with the pitcher Gill covering, Yu completes the flip to retire Unroe for the 3rd out. The Bandits get one more in the 8th. A solo home run off the bat of David Sutherland makes it a 9-2 Brisbane lead. You're listening to Bandits.tv.
Now coming back to the field for the last time of the night, here's your Geelong Korea cheer squad.
Chocolate fell down.
Why am I holding this?
Batting is number 10, Young Wolf Lee.
I like $1 million bills with my pen. I like those Balenciagas, the ones that look like socks. I like going
Another Alderley higher pitching change for the Brisbane Bandits. Sam Holland worked a neat and tidy 7th inning. And now in the 8th, it's the lefty Ken Frosch coming on to face 9-1-2 in the Geelong Korea order. Lee Yong-uk is 0 for 1 with a walk and a strikeout. He takes outside ball 1. Lefty-lefty matchup here, and with the first 2 in the order for Geelong Korea left-handed as well. This is a good matchup for David Nielsen's Bandits. Ken Frosch delivers the 1-0. It's hit hard on the ground to second, fielded by Unruh. He throws to first to retire the Geelong Korea 9th place hitter. Frosch 1-0 with a 1.26 ERA. He has been used sparingly the last 2 rounds, but that has been a luxury for the Bandits because they haven't had to need their most effective reliever as much. This will be appearance number 19 in 39 team games for Ken Frosch. 2 earned runs in 14 1/3 innings pitched. He struck out 17 batters, and opponents are hitting .236 against him. 1-0 the count to Lim Jong-hyuk, 0 for 2 with a walk his last time up. Swinging a high fly ball into center field. Lim batting right-handed, actually. He was listed as a left-handed hitter, but evidently he can switch hit. Doesn't work this time as he sends it routine to center field. Bernard makes the catch for the second out.
Now stepping to the plate is number 8, Hak-jun No.
2 down for No Hak-jun, the center fielder for Geelong Korea. He's 0 for 3. He reached on a 2-base error back in the 3rd. First pitch on the inside corner, a called strike 1. Elsewhere around the league, they are in the late innings. Melbourne trailing Auckland 6-3 in the 7th. And Perth needed only to finish off the Canberra Cavalry in the bottom of the 7th to lock down the division, but Canberra, down to their final outs, tied it up and are still batting in the bottom of the 7th inning. It's 5-all. 1-2 now the count to No Hak-jun. Melbourne is done after tonight. Perth and Canberra play their series finale tomorrow. Perth holds the tiebreaker. I beg your pardon, Melbourne holds the tiebreaker over Perth, should they finish with identical records. 2-2 now the count to No. So Melbourne fans, I'm sure there are many here tonight in Geelong, would be hoping for a Canberra victory over Perth tomorrow if the division is still undecided by the end of the night. 3-2 the count to No, with Park waiting on deck. 9-2, Bandits lead in the bottom of the 8th inning. Brisbane looking for their first 5-game winning streak of the season, as they are saving their best baseball for the last baseball of the regular year. Fouled off left side, count remains 3-2. Sydney has added 2 more in the top of the 5th. They now lead the bite in Adelaide 5-2. 3-2 pitch, again slashed foul. Again down the left field line and again out of play. Ken Frosch looking to continue the tradition established by Atherton and Holland earlier tonight. 3-2 pitch, misses low ball 4, and the inning will continue. And on appeal down to third base, a late called strike 3. There was a check swing from No, and apparently, according to Ian Gavin, No went around. Kudai Sung, the manager, is taking off his jacket. Dai-sung was the third base coach. He takes off his jacket and he will enter to pitch the top of the 9th inning for Geelong, Korea. The Brisbane Bandits lead it 9-2, and the 49-year-old manager of Geelong, Korea, Koo Dai-sung, will enter this ball game to pitch the top of the 9th inning. Koo was the 1996 Korean Baseball Organization MVP. He pitched in 2005 for the New York Mets in Major League Baseball. He doubled off of Randy Johnson for his only Major League hit. But he has not played professionally in a few years. Koo Dai-sung had a long and prolific career between Japan, Korea, and America. He wrapped up his career playing here in the ABL for the Sydney Blue Sox from 2010 to 2014. In 2014 for the Sydney Blue Sox, he appeared in 15 games, collected 4 saves, and had a 2.12 ERA. He was, on average, 18 years older than his competition. Koo Dai-sung, at 49 years old, delivers a ball low and away to T.J. Bennett, the league's leading home run and RBI man. To chance of Dai-sung Koo, T.J. Bennett rips a base hit in a right center field. Bennett has his 3rd hit of the night. A homer, a double, and now a leadoff single in the top of the 9th inning.
Batting number 17, Andrew Campbell.
Andrew Campbell is 0 for 4. He reached on an error back in the 3rd. Koo delivers a cold strike on the outside corner. Dai-sung Koo, the manager of Geelong, Korea, placed himself on the active roster for round 10. I spoke with him through a translator earlier today. He said he wanted to get in a game either today or tomorrow. 1-1 now the count. Long run on a high fly ball down the left field line. Campbell chips it foul, and it lands in front of the feet of Lee, the left fielder. The count is 1-2.
Check it out, y'all.
Fans all over the Geelong Baseball Center have their cell phones out, taking video of a Korean baseball legend back on the mound for the first time in a long time. Koo comes set, the 1-2. Lifted again down the left field line. Lee may have a play on this one in foul territory. He makes the catch for the first out of the inning.
Let's go, Jason. Let's go, Jason. Let's go, Jason. Let's go, Jason. Let's go, Jason.
One down for Logan Wade. Wade 1 for 4 with an RBI triple to right center field his last time up. The first 4 at-bats came as a left-handed hitter. The switch hitter now turns around and bats from the right side. Koo delivers. Swung on foul down the third base line, 0-1. Koo comes set in a closed stance, his back facing the home plate area. Koo looks into his catcher, Lim. Breaking pitch, fouled back, and the count is 0-2. Koo pitched his lone major league season in 2005 for the New York Mets. No wins, no losses, a 3.91 ERA. 0-2 pitch, breaking pitch taken low, 1-2. But the moment that many remember him for was his at-bat against Randy Johnson. Just the second time he had ever swung a bat professionally in his life. He doubled off of a future Hall of Famer and scored from second on a Jose Reyes sacrifice bunt. Taken low, the count is 2-2. The 2-2 pitch, bounced in the dirt, 3-2. Bandits lead at 9-2. And this has been a trying first season on the field for Geelong, Korea. But a moment to remember here in the second to last game of the season. 3-2 pitch is hit hard but foul down the left field line. TJ Bennett at first after a leadoff single. Koo followed by getting Andrew Campbell to hit a foul fly to left field. Payoff pitch. Breaking ball misses up and away. Close, but just outside. A free pass pushes Bennett to second. Wade takes his place at first. That'll bring up Donald Lutz. Lutz is 1 for 3 with an RBI single. And instead of Lutz, it'll be a pinch hitter. The switch hitting Mitch Nielsen. Actually, it is going to be Jay Myers. Myers, the little used third catcher on the roster, takes a called strike on the outside corner. Lutz had gone 1 for 4. The 0-1 pitch to Myers. Driven in the air to deep left center field, but the ballpark will hold it. No, the center fielder settles underneath and makes the catch for the second out. Winton Bernard will be pinch hit for. Here's Mitch Nielsen. We saw him with the helmet on. Nielsen a switch hitter, but in his recovery from injury, hits much better from the right side, and that is where he will bat against the lefty Koo. Koo Dae Sung on the mound for the top of the 9th inning for Geelong, Korea, and he's 1 out away from putting up a 0. First pitch to Mitch Nielsen, misses down and away, ball 1. Nielsen hits a high and deep drive to right field, but it is caught by Kwan. A scoreless top of the 9th inning for the 49-year-old Koo Dae Sung, and he doffs his cap to the crowd as he walks off the mound. The manager turned player, just shy of his 50th birthday, looks just like he did when he was much younger and winning MVP awards back in Korea. How about that? It's 9-2 Bandits as we go to the last of the 9th inning here in Geelong. Brisbane will try and finish it off after this. We are back in Geelong for the bottom of the 9th inning. The Brisbane Bandits lead Geelong Korea 9-2, and Luke Van Meel, the tallest baseballer in the world, is on the mound trying to close it out. First pitch, fastball misses low and away, ball 1 to Park Hui-yon, who struck out looking his last time up, his first at bat of the ballgame after entering as a defensive replacement. Pitch misses up and away, the count is 2-0. 3, 4, and 5 due up for Geelong Korea, Park, Choi, and Kwon against Luke Van Meel, the 34-year-old out of the Netherlands. 2-0 pitch is served into shallow right center field, and it'll die in front of the new center fielder, Wade Dutton, for a leadoff single. Dutton moves from left field to center after Winton Bernard was pinch hit for in the top of the 9th inning. Mitch Nielsen enters the ball game in left.
Now batting, number 25, Choi.
Van Meel suffered a serious off-field injury during round 4 at Canberra. He returned to the mound for the first time 2 nights ago in the blowout 21-5 win. On the year, he is 1-0 with a 3.86 ERA in 6 appearances. This will be number 7. He is 3 for 4 in save opportunities. 1-0 pitch, chopped up the middle, fielded by the shortstop Wade. He takes it himself to second and throws on target to first for a 6-3 double play to erase the leadoff single. That'll leave it to Kwon Kwang Min, the right fielder for Geelong Korea, who hit a solo homer in the 2nd inning and has struck out twice in his 2 plate appearances since. Geelong Korea down to their final out. First pitch swinging is Kwon. He lifts it foul off the screen left side. The Bandits, with a win, will inch ever closer to a Northeast Division championship. The 0-1. Breaking pitch, hit on the ground and through the right side of the infield for a 2-out single off the bat of Kwon. The game continues, and Lim Tae-jun, the catcher, will get another turn at bat.
Batting number 44, Tae-jun Lim.
Luke Van Meel set at the belts. The tall righty delivers the first pitch fastball and gets a swing and a miss, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch, missing low, 1-1. The 1-1. Lifted foul off the screen right side. Geelong Korea down to their final strike. Tim Atherton went the first 6. He's in line for his 7th victory. It would make him 7-0. Sam Holland and Ken Frosch each turned in 1, 2, 3 innings, and Luke Van Meel trying to put up the final 0. The 1-2. Popped up, right side of the infield. Sutherland comes on. The first baseman makes the catch. No, he drops it. It pops out of his glove. Turning at third and staying there is Kwon. Geelong Korea trails by 7. That's the closest I think we've ever been to a game ending before it continues. It goes an error against David Sutherland. And there will be runners at the corners for Yu Young Mok. First pitch misses for a ball. Yu is 0 for 3. Swing and a miss. Van Meel's fastball coming down from a tight angle. Gets a swing and a miss. Van Meel comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Chopped foul off the third base line. Once again, Geelong Korea down to their final strike.
Come on, y'all. Check it out, y'all. How low can you go?
Van Meel set. The 1-2 pitch. Chopped on the ground left side. Charging is Bennett. He flips to second, and that'll do it. The Bandits win their 5th consecutive ball game and their 3rd straight here in Geelong by a final score of 9-2. Tim Atherton improves to a perfect 7-0, and the Bandits put themselves in position to win the division in the regular season finale tomorrow afternoon. An entertaining night at the ballpark as always, as the Bandits collect a couple home runs, one from TJ Bennett, his league-leading 13th. The big hit, though, a 3-run triple back in the 2nd off the bat of Riley Unruh that proved to be the game winner. Atherton gets the win. Kim receives the loss. There was no save, though the 2 final pitchers, Luke Van Meel for the Bandits and the 49-year-old manager Koo Dae-sung for Geelong Korea, each of note. For the Bandits in victory, 9 runs on 9 hits with 2 errors. For Geelong Korea in defeat, 2 runs on just 4 hits. They committed 2 errors. That is it for tonight, but a reminder, we will have another audio broadcast tomorrow for the regular season finale at 1 o'clock Geelong time, noon Brisbane time. It should be an exciting ball game with perhaps the division championship on the line. This is Eric Bramer signing off from Geelong Baseball Center. The Bandits 9, Geelong Korea 2. Thanks for listening, and catch us for the regular season finale tomorrow afternoon.